Donald Trump lost 2 debates to me in 2020. And since then, he hadn't shown up for debate. Now he's acting like he wants to debate me again. Well, make my day, pal. I'll even do it twice. So let's pick the dates, Donald. I hear you're free on Wednesdays.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Joe Biden agreeing to debate Donald Trump on 2 separate dates. The first is going to be June 27th on CNN, the second in September without a specific defined date, because we all know there's a whole thing going on with the court cases and whatnot. They've not been able to get a specific date, but they say that it will be in September. Trump has agreed. He's enthusiastic. The debates will happen. Now, a few details. First, this is going to break away from tradition. There's a debate commission that sets up these debates between presidential candidates, and they normally have 3 debates in the fall, but it's only going to be 2. Now, I don't know why it's only 2 rather than 3. We could guess because Joe Biden's 1,000 years old and he doesn't really want to debate too much. So that could be it. I don't really know, but regardless of what, they're going to have the debates in June and September. Now, we got a lot to get through. There's reaction from the media and everything else. But first things first, check out this article right here. You see the headline, Biden and Trump agree on presidential debates on June 27th and in September. And again, the September date, they don't really know. And you can see right here, so that there's a nonpartisan commission. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can get a little bit more detail about that particular detail. Okay, so a quick agreement, et cetera, et cetera. So Biden said he wasn't going to participate in the fall debates that are normally set up by the nonpartisan commission that has organized them for more than 3 decades. Biden campaign instead proposed that media outlets directly organize the debates with the presumptive Democratic and Republican nominees, with the first to be held in late June and the second in September before early voting begins. Trump, in the post on his Truth Social site, said he was ready and willing to debate Biden at the proposed times. So that's that piece right there. Now, there's more. Let's keep on rocking. So we have a few tweets from Joe Biden, or from whoever has his Twitter account. He says, I've also received and accepted an invitation to a debate hosted by ABC on Tuesday, September the 10th. Oh, okay, so that's a change. This is happening right now, 11:41. This is like, as I'm recording this, is only a few minutes after he put this out here. First, it was just September. Now it's September the 10th. And he says, Trump says he'll arrange to bring his own transportation. I'll bring my plane too. I plan on keeping it for another 4 years. Then he says, okay, the June 27th, I accepted that. Anywhere, anytime, any place. And then they got this shirt, free on Wednesdays. And the significance behind that is that's when it's criminal cases in recess on Wednesdays. So I heard you're free on Wednesdays. It's kind of a play on that. And then there's one more one to show you. When I get up on stage, it'll be me and this grassroots team versus Donald Trump and his MAGA minions. That's y'all. That's me, I suppose. If we vote for Donald Trump, we're the MAGA minions. It'll be democracy versus authoritarianism, revenge, retribution versus a vision for our future. Let's defeat Donald Trump together. And then there's a link to donate. So there's a lot more we're going to get into. We're going to get into the reaction from the media and maybe a few more details. But first, a word from our sponsor. The U.S. dollar has been the world's primary currency for a very long time, but that may not be the case for much longer. China is positioned to dethrone the U.S. dollar with the yuan as the world's biggest economies flock to the Asian supergiant. The U.S. dollar and our markets are in jeopardy of collapsing. The upcoming election will, of course, bring drama, and that will complicate the situation. Don't let your life savings become a casualty of failing banks or the currency wars. Now is the time to call the only precious metal dealer that I trust, and that is American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement by diversifying your wealth portfolio with physical gold and silver. With the best products, amazing customer service, and the buyback commitment, American Hartford Gold has a 5-star rating from thousands of reviews and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau. American Hartford Gold supports alternative media like myself because we're dedicated to bringing you the truth. Tell them I sent you, and they'll give you up to $15,000 of free silver on your first order. Contact American Hartford Gold today. Click the link in the description or call 866-392-0390 or text Logan to 65532. Again, that's 866-392-0390 or text Logan to 65532. Now we're going to hear from Trump's press secretary as it relates to his feelings about the debates. Check it out.
Caroline Leavitt, Trump 2024 National Press Secretary here in studio. Good morning to you. Initial reaction on this is what, Caroline?
We are pleasantly surprised that Joe Biden has finally accepted and acknowledged President Trump's challenge to debate him. We have long been saying President Trump is ready to do this anytime, anywhere, any place. President Trump has already responded to the news this morning of Joe Biden's acknowledgement of this challenge, saying he sounds great on the June date, sounds great on the September date. However, it is interesting that Joe Biden's handlers said they don't want a large audience. They understand that Joe Biden cannot speak to a large crowd. That's why all of his campaign events are very controlled.
Yeah, that's one thing. They said that they wanted it to be like a really small audience or no audience. That was a key thing. All right.
Also, obviously very fearful of the angry American protesters that follow Joe Biden everywhere he goes. But nevertheless, President Trump will be up there on that stage. He is ready. And the American people deserve this. They deserve to hear directly from both candidates. This election is the gravest contrast we've ever had in American history. A former president, a current president, President Trump with a record of success, Joe Biden with a record of weakness and failures.
Very well said. And one more thing I got to add here. The protest thing could be a very real situation, but of course, any kind of debate between a president and a former president is going to be very, 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 very secure. We're talking about top-notch, A1, pro level, beyond pro level security. So any kind of issues happening won't be a problem. I think it's just Joe Biden being 1,000 years old and not really wanting to speak in front of any kind of crowd. Okay, and getting distracted. Now, here is the reaction from MS-13 DNC. Let's check it out.
We were waiting to see if there'd be a response.
Well, we were waiting to see what the response would be, and here it is. Moments ago, Donald Trump responded on his social media platform, writing in part, ready and willing to debate Biden at the two proposed times in June and September.
Now, they might truncate what he has written here, so I'll read it before they move on. It says, Crooked Joe Biden is the worst debater I've ever faced. He can't put two sentences together. Crooked is also the worst president in the history of the United States by far. It's time for a debate so that he can explain to the American people his highly destructive open border policy and new and ridiculous EV mandates, the allowance of crushing inflation, high taxes, and his really weak foreign policy, which is allowing the world to catch on fire, end quotes, for some reason. I'm ready and willing to debate Crooked Joe at the two proposed times in June and September. I would strongly recommend more than two debates and, for excitement purposes, a very large venue. Although Biden is supposedly afraid of crowds, that's only because he doesn't get them. Just tell me when, I'll be there. Let's get ready to rumble.
I would strongly recommend more than two debates and, for excitement purposes, a very large venue. Although Biden is supposedly afraid of crowds, not sure what that means. That's only because he doesn't get them. Just tell me when, I'll be there. Let's get ready to rumble.
Oh, okay.
Writes the former president. So he says in this moment today, doesn't want to be seen probably as backing down, that he would agree to these two debates, perhaps with some negotiating, some sticking points in there.
Yeah, we have each man using catchphrases as part of their debate rhetoric this morning. But yes, Trump took to Truth Socials a few minutes ago, as you just read. He says he's in, but the devil's in the details here.
Yeah.
There's a lot that has to be worked out. Trump, of course, is going to need to say today that he's in. He doesn't want to project that he's cowardly, Rev.
Why would he not be in? I don't understand. I think that Trump wanted the debates, so why would he not be in? Why would he have to just say that to not appear to be cowardly? I don't understand.
But there's a lot. There's venue, moderator, whether or not they do make a choice about crowds. Trump wants it, Biden doesn't. The microphones are going to be a big issue. We highlighted that last hour. Will Trump will Trump agree to a system where he could be cut off at any time? So I don't think we should count on these debates happening, but a few weeks ago, I think you would have.
Why wouldn't we? I don't understand. Like, I think the debates are going to happen. Both parties said they want to do it. MS-13 DNC just want to make Trump appear to be weak, like he doesn't want to debate, like he just wants to shy away from it. The only thing that could happen is if there's some court action going on that forces him to miss the date, which I don't think is going to happen, because if it's planned ahead of time and he knows he's not going to be in court on the day they could have the debate. And then that'd be that. The whole free on Wednesday situation.
If taking a bet said there'd probably be no debates, at least today, there's a chance. What do you think?
I think there's a chance, but I think that Donald Trump will try to use every trick he can to avoid debating.
It makes no sense. I think Trump did not want to debate during the primary because he's like, okay, I'm the nominee. We don't even got to do this. But then when it comes to Biden, all right, it's time for a debate. The only thing I thought, and I'll leave the rest of this in the box. The only thing I thought might happen is Biden would refuse to debate, and then he'll say, well, look, Trump didn't want to debate during the primary, so why should I debate him now? He should have debated before. But since Biden's on board and Trump's on board, I don't see what the problem is. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think these debates will happen again? That's June 27th and September the 10th this year, 2024, before early voting starts in September. And just it'd be really about a month? It'd be, because we're already at we're like mid-May. So in about 5 to 6 more weeks, that'll be the first debate. And I will cover it unless CNN wants to be funny with their stream. But different story, I digress. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think the debates will happen. I'm looking forward to it. And I want to see, more than anything else, Biden on stage. How does he look? Is he wobbly? Is he wonky? What are they going to shoot him up with? Like, what are they going to do to make this man appear to be some kind of way stable? I have no idea. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.